come to Jamaica, the island of real bad man. Some real dog at you, some real gang bang. No run for the fair, the not garbage pan. Step up! These are the moments when everybody gun loaded. We not instigate violence, but we believe in the self-defense no matter what. These are the moments when every gangster gun loaded. We not instigate violence, but we believe in the self-defense.
In Jamaica's relentless war and crime, the worst criminals end up on the True Island Stories platform. These are their stories. Welcome to True Island Stories. Let me remind you, as in the caption, this video is for adults only. It's not for kids, okay? Rated PG-13, adults only. Now, I'm gonna speak on a game that rich ladies used to play in Europe back in the ancient days of slavery. They had a game, and I'm gonna be frank because, as I said, this video is for adults only. They had a game where they used to play named Ccky gamble, where rich female slave owners would convene at a certain location and bet heavily on the size of a slave's penal property. It was a degradation at its pinnacle for the African imports, who weren't seen as humans back in those days, but mere chattels to do what with whenever they chose. Sometimes a slave would be castrated and his penal member severed from his pelvis if his master had lost heavily on him at the gambling table, which was no fault of his, mind you. Nevertheless, what happened happened. These rich women would sometimes take a winning slave as their prize back to their quarters and let him break her back and left her stretched out like how Jesus did the fish and bread for the multitude on that wretched mountainside. Miracle on the mountain, it was called. Okay, so 10 slaves would come in a room blindfolded and be home and round the table, sit down. Real private settings, with the slave them well aisled down in them overalls for eye them hood, as to not protrude from their loins via illustrating the package construct. And then one woman goes, boom, start the ball a roll and bet £100 pan a one khaki pan a short slave who was stockily built. And the next woman said, okay, so I'll see shortman's cocky and raise you 200 on tallman's cocky. And the next one who did it, I go and scan the khaki ground. I try suss out the khaki table. And then after careful diagnosis, she said, okay, see shortman's cocky for the 100, and I raise you both 400 on skinny guy's cocky. And the next lady beside her said, I call. And then the next one beside her, which was her turn, bawl out. Okay, so I'm gonna see short men's and tall men's cocky and skinny guy cocky as well, and raise the board 800 on Thickerus's cocky. And the next woman did it quiet. I tried x-ray one cocky through the fabric, because she had attained tangible criteria. She got a good tip, pan a one would say, him and fame would can't stand up one time. One of them after sit down, and when him a shit, him would almost a touch it bottom my pit toilet. Him have to hang it over the edge of the seat. And one time man's bite up, man, na the latching, cause it end up the drop on the ground, all on the ground, and the ants them get greedy and gravelicious, and move to the cheesy product, It a thousand and scallum, dark and brawler and deal with it wicked, low and bite up. The hands them chamber and would like in time arranging up real good. He run and ball at Jesus, whoa, me khaki. I just bite up you all of me khaki, yo, me poor khaki. Somebody help me, boy, the hands them jam up you all of me. Hold on, while we are on this subject, let me tell you something that true and correct. Before me forgot, this happened. There's a policeman that give me the drama. One time I have a sarge, used to work at mobile, Time Lady Gita did work, He was an inspector with on soap, Enough people never like her, them call her Lady Gita. It's a horse named Lady Gita, so you do the maths. So anyway, he go up on a mission in our apps and come in back, So Lady Gita said, come here, Sergeant Bailey. What go on out on the road? They say one cook get shot, you know, and gun recover. What go on? And Sergeant Bailey said, soup. Me say me a run down the boy, you know, but he like a thief fast. He fast, you know, after I fire shot, you know. He have to go and me see him, you know. And me say, soup, yes, when time the boy a jump over the wall, me just pop off the 9, you see. And Ccky, you see. Me say, soup. Me say, me Ccky, you see. When me animal hold up on the front, I say, soup. Me say, when time me Ccky. He said, come out of the office. Right, give me. He was saying, so my papa in there and Ccky. He said, so me Ccky, you see. Wicked boy, go. Hey, wicked boy, go. Bring it here. Bring it here. Me continue. So after the woman goes above and raise 800 and Mistress Woolowoodsky feel fear icy die and say, you know got a lot of money, you know. So I'm gonna see every cookie on the table and raise all of y'all 2,000. A beer oohs and ahs echoed around the table. The game had just gotten more excited. Meanwhile, the lady at the end of the table that everyone was waiting on to see when the talk reached to her, what was she going to do? So she goes up, and I turn her head, I scan the cocky landscape by a nickel like $6 million, but it's just Steve Astin out the cocky table, you know. Then she softly signaled to her hand slave to pass her genuine leather buffalo hide handbag with still have on the dead thinking flesh smell upon it, you know. Like it not cure good, but I guess that was the thing that was in style. I don't know. I remember, you know, that lady at the end, Mrs. Karnelsky, she had the most land and slaves around the table. Then after much speculation, she softly said, I see all of you and raise you all 4,000. The whole board went quiet. You could hear a pin drop from a mile. The next one realized, say, all of the big cocky them gone. So she said, well, I don't, and thumped her hand. Then she said to her help, Abigail. Abigail? And Abby answered, Mum. And then she said to Abigail, say, Abby, could you give me 10 cocky lengths away from the table, please? You're so salt. Could you move? From you stand up around here with your arms folded, I can't win a game. I can't catch a cocky in the gambling. Please, could you just give me a walk for a second? Thank you. Could you grab me a glass of water? Please. Thank you. Good gosh. Then it was the house time to speak. Everybody had their say. And the house said, okay, ladies, show hands. And the rest of the women, them were bet, start show their hands. And the first woman we bet showed her hand first. She had a nice 3-jack stud, which she was very confident on, that she put down on the table. She had 3-jack stud and was waiting on perhaps a 9 to get a full house. Then the lady that betted on tallest shouted, who got you beat, Pollyanna? I got me a straight the last time he checked. And the last time I checked, straight trumps 3 queens. Ain't that so, house? And the house said, indeed it is. Indeed it is. And then she said, well, come on, ladies. Show out. Don't be shy. Then the Ticaros better say, hold your gargles, lady. I got me a flash. Pointing on her Bet's penis. She had short men and tall men beat by 1 inch and 1.5 inches respectively. Dag nuggets, said tall man better, and get dark and I can't stand losing and say, you cheated, you low-life weasel. And then she answered, do not speak to me, whore. Your vagina reeks of sulphur and goat piss. How dare you? How dare you? You are beneath my station. Get away from me. And then Rebecca at the table, the last one we bet, said, come on, ladies, don't get your knickers in the bundles. She had all of them beat by a full inch, it seems. Woo, bring it in, bring it in. Oh my, how the gods have smiled on me this night, and stretched over the board with both arms in a curvatured stature in her unquestionable attempts to scoop the pot. And then the rich lady who bet on the hunchback midget threw down her cards on the board in an all-is-mine gesture. She had a full house. A cocker. She overturned a full house when all slaves had been disrobed. The hunchback of slaverydom had won by a cockslide, ending the night of the cocky gamblers. Quite eventfully, the guru has spoken.
I am Joy.
Pepper, you know the real G-thing, huh? How we grow up, sometime the road tough side slow. Real patriots never buck, never fall. How they get to run, that's why. Back from the boy, we not do that. Boy, who no can't kill with joy, who no boy. Who from your soul don't know a wrong boy. Yo, and a man bust a shot him off a pack up and boy. Pointed pon him head back and boy. Pop off him strap on him friend him for door. None of that, no assumption, I saw the ground rock, yeah. Power, married to corruption. Criminal, bred from limited options. 10 generation, I see the said someone one head man will live long. Name one, things forever bury with not done. Name one, and good honest politician. Name one, and get a youth resilient. Back from the boy who no do that. Boy, who no can't kill with joy. Who no boy, who from your soul don't know a wrong boy. Yo, now a man better boy. And a man bust a shot him off a back up and boy. Pointed on him head back and boy. Pop off him strap on him friend him for door. None of that, you a man better. Things risky, for the misfit. Death rate fit the logistic. Chris, I want the biscuit. Bait of crackers with the whiskey. You're not listening. Crime live here, so it's not visiting. Visitors, careful, you know what the business is. Murder, plunder, pillaging, bloodshed in all the villages. You name it, you will live in it. Get rich, I do special delivery. Nightmare, tormented images. Vengeance, bloody cycle continuing. But know you seek that, but it's no revenge. Looking at the mirror, there is no different. Man, we full of, hey, and we know we friends back from the boy, who no do that. Who no can't kill with joy, who no boy. Who from your soul don't know around boy. Yup, now a man better. When a man bust a shot him off a back up and boy. Pointed on him head back and boy. Pop off him strap on him friend him for door. None of that, now a man better. No assumption, I saw the ground run. Power, married to corruption. Criminal, bred from limited options. 10 generation, passing the said someone wanted man will live long. Name one, brings a fella with no name one. One honest politician, name one who. And get a youth resilient. Back from the boy we no do that. Can't kill with joy on the back. Who from your soul don't know a wrong boy. Yo, a man better boy. And a man bust a shot him off a back up and boy. Pointed on him head back and boy. Pop off him strap on him friend him for door. None of that, none of that. Yo, you know the thing going on, suck a seat up a beat, you know. Hey man, take your time man. Boy, man. Man to them pepper.